Did you notice how simply showing up doesn't do anything? You can be screaming from the rooftops and from the sewage system, be everywhere, in every corner, in every room of your prospect, but simply just being there doesn't actually do anything. You can repeat the same words. I'm coach. I'm a coach. I'll sell you this. I'll sell you this. You can repeat that over and over and over. I'll help you. I'll help you. But sometimes that just will not do anything. That will only do you harm. You will only ruin the trust and the love. And those are the two things you cannot get back once they're ruined. It's image that gets broken, and once you break it, it takes time to bounce back. You need to completely change your perspective, you need to change your image, you need to change what you look like. People need to forget what you are for you to come back from that. So don't do it. Just listen to this quickly. To build up an image that is trustworthy and feels real to the people that are watching you, there is certain specific thing that you need to be consistent with, and it's not showing up, because I think you've been doing enough showing up and it doesn't seem to be working. The problem is that your audience probably is confused, because here you show yourself in this light, there you show yourself in another light, here you do one thing, here you promise another thing, and they're just confused, thinking, so what is it that you do? Like, what is it that I would get out of it? And what is it that I am in here for? Like, why am I here? Why do you want me? Like, that's kind of what people think about when they feel that brand is not completely aligned of the coach that is positioning themselves as a authority in the space. Because if you promise them the world, you can't give the world. You're a single person, you're not an army, you're not an empire. You can only do that much for one singular person, and even then it's up to them, not you. You can simply tell them what to do, and the rest is up to them. So I mean, you probably gathered now, it's the message that has to stay simple and consistent and very specific on what you're delivering to the audience. And that is very important, because once your audience understands what is it that specifically you do, what is it specifically that they will be getting out of this interaction, whether it's paid interaction or a free interaction like online, they just found your video, they need to know very specific exact thing. What is it that you're offering them? What's the transformation? What are the specific words? It's as simple as just using specific same words, like a letter. You're just throwing them the same letter at them, just different packaging. You make a red letter, then make a blue letter, then make an orange letter. You simply change the packaging, but the letter stays the same, the message is the same, and you just keep throwing it at them until they realize that, oh, this is what he is doing, and this is his brand, and that is how they build trust, because they know that this guy will give me this, and they know exactly what it is. We don't like unpredictability. So when you position yourself in a different angle with a different approach every single time, they just get confused. And you don't want to have confused audience, because they will kind of, it will be more effort for them to engage with your content rather than just walk past it. So they will start walking past it, even if you had them for a bit. Once they begin getting confused, they will start walking past, because it's too much effort for the little brain to retain information and retain attention for longer than 15 seconds when the message keeps changing. So that is very important. You have the same exact letter and you just keep tossing at them. Just change the packaging. And your personality needs to stay the same, so don't change your personality and keep it consistent. Once you basically copy paste your image and message and the value, that's when the trust builds, as we've established by this point. I'm just repeating it so you kind of get the gist of it. It needs to be so deep inside your product, which is you, that it's just natural. You don't even want to be thinking about it. Once it's established and once it's solid, it's automatic. You do not think about it, you don't change anything, you just keep pushing for it. And the only possible way for you to change it is when you change the niche, the sole thing that you do. When you change that, that is only when you're allowed to change the message and the trust, the love that they're giving to you from them. I think that, does that make sense? Like, they're giving a piece of them to you, and you need to be trusted with it. Even if it is attention, they want to trust you with it. If they don't trust you, again, they'll just walk past, and they will keep walking past, and they don't care about you, whether you're memorable or not. If you're not consistent with what you're doing, if you don't have one specific thing that you're doing, they will keep walking past. So that is my message for today, is the letter that you just keep tossing at them. Just change the package, and that is all you need to do. And that is when you're essentially giving them the key, because you've thrown message so much to them that it becomes the key to the trust that you've built. And the audience holds the key to the trust. You don't hold the key, you don't have it, because you're vulnerable, you've opened yourself up, you've come out naked to these people, just because they need to feel safe, and they need to feel understood, and they need to feel like they are at the top of the mountain here, while you're at the bottom, cheering them on, saying, come on, you can do it, come on, you got it. That is literally what you're doing. You're just staying at the bottom while they're climbing the mountain. Well, figuratively, obviously, because they need guidance, so you can't just be sat there at the foothill and just screaming, and they'll be like, what did you say, what did you say, I can't hear you. And that's very bad coaching, right? Like, everyone will agree with that. So it's all figuratively that you're staying at the bottom. You get the idea. It's the same message across all the mediums, across all the presents. Just single message. Keep throwing the letter, keep tossing it like crazy, and you will get it.